Hey everybody. Yep, I'm still here. No, I did not pull a vanishing act yet again. I am still dedicated to churning out some stuff. I just, I don't know. That's why I'm here, doing a little update, checking in with y'all, and uh, giving a little forecast of what's to come, perhaps. And fitting on a day like today where it's a little bit more overcast, I guess. I figured I haven't had a chance to really get out into nature too much, well, with work and other things going on. I don't want these videos to end up being too self-help-ish, but it generally does do me good to be able to kind of get out into some form of wilderness and collect my thoughts and think a little bit and reflect on some things. So I don't know, hopefully that works for you too. So enjoy these ambient shots. So you're probably wondering, why isn't he uploading as much? Well, a couple of reasons. One, as I mentioned with my stream video I put out a couple of weeks back, I've started another kind of passion project or endeavor in the form of a podcast. And I've been wanting to dedicate a little bit more time to that in order to bulk up and commit to it a little bit more. I find if I put out like one or two episodes, then I let things go by the wayside, as I've done with some previous start and stop video series on here. And this is one that is really, really kind of personal to me, as it deals with a franchise and characters in the story that have long been a part of my life ever since I was really little, and have always been a nice, comforting sort of presence for me whenever I'm going through some stuff. It's always good to just lose myself in a little bit of the TMNT escapism, which I found myself kind of doing a little bit in the latter part of the summer as I was dealing with stress and some other mental and emotional things that were eating up a fair amount of my time. And also just, it was a lot to decompress after coming back from Ohio and putting together a return, in which you should go check out. Still, give it some love, certainly. But you know, that was without doubt one of the bigger projects that I've tackled recently. And also, as those of you who have probably watched the film saw, that a lot of it was improvised, but also a lot of it was very true to form, very autobiographical, let's say. So I found myself having a lot of reflection on life and the direction I'm taking my life and so forth. So it ended up being a little bit more of a monumental task, not just to put the film together and get it out there, but also to kind of really cope with and reflect on what the film ended up representing for me in the long run. And that's why I've decided, yeah, I'm taking a little bit more time probably in between projects, you know, bigger projects at least, because I want to be able to go into them with a fair amount of vim and vigor, with a fair amount of passion and inspiration for them, whether they're improvised docudrama type of things or whether they are actually scripted out narratives. I just feel like I owe it to myself and to those ideas to be able to get as rested as I can in between, so that way I can put forth my best effort when it comes to filming and structuring and acting and editing them. So I may not have as many typical reviews, honestly, just because I haven't had a chance to really go out and see a lot of diverse stuff. Or when I do, I don't have much to say about it. I've certainly enjoyed some things. Crimes of the Future, went and saw Nope, really enjoyed Nope. Seen a lot of other films on streaming, gotten into some shows on streaming, but I feel like that's really not so much the focus for my channel anymore, to just talk about pop culture stuff. Like, I feel like I genuinely want to be a little bit more of a rounded storyteller when it comes to the stuff I put into my channel. And besides, I got a pop culture exit valve with the new podcast. It talks about something that pop culture wise I'm still passionate about to this day. Ninja Turtles. I know it seems silly to some, but a lot of the stories and a lot of the characters, they resonate with me, and I want to be able to give that a voice because absolutely, like I mentioned earlier, that has been one of my go-to kind of coping um, objects in the past couple of months, and I'm grateful for that. But when it comes to wanting to tell other stories, that's what I feel I really want to dedicate this channel to, is to really hone in on that and make a majority of the content that I push forward from here on out focused on being able to just be a storyteller. I'll still put out the occasional fun, silly thing. Certainly, I like doing that. I did it a couple weeks ago with that stream, and it was fun just getting through that game and commenting over it. Certainly, I want to still have that side to me, but I feel as though I've really moved past the pop culture nerdy media reviewer kind of aesthetic that I set up with the channel to begin with. Still want to do an occasional video essay, as there are filmmakers and storytellers and stories and technique that I would love to get into at some point. But I feel like I've really turned a corner with regards to what my focus with this channel should be, which is I want to be able to put out something special with regards to my unique voice as a storyteller and be able to offer it to you. And I hope that's okay with those of you who have stuck with me thus far. I hope that is appealing to you, this kind of shift in the wind, so to speak, for my channel, that it's going to be a little bit more focused on trying some experimental or narrative or, like I mentioned before, documentary-centric expressions through video, through film. I guess that's what I just wanted to talk about here today. I felt like I owed it to my longtime viewers and the people who are subscribed a reason why I've kind of taken a little bit of a break. Not an indefinite type of hiatus or anything, but absolutely, like after filming in July, I felt a little drained and wanted to give myself a little chance to breathe and realize that's what I need in between these gigantic kind of creative efforts that I want to put forth. Is I need time to kind of recoup and rest and recuperate, but I still want to be a presence for the site. I still want to be able to offer things. So yeah, every once in a while I'm gonna break out the camera, maybe get out into the woods or into the parks and chat about life on occasion like this, and I hope that can be entertaining. Absolutely look for some things to come. We're getting into October, which is when I feel I hit a really like peak kind of creative spark. I have an idea for a semi-narrative, semi-docu type of film that I want to try out for the Halloween season. So hopefully I can make that happen. Check out episodes of the podcast. I'm really proud of that. I'm really trying to put my best foot forward in terms of that realm of media. And I hope you're able to follow me along on my nice little journey down the rabbit hole of the turtles. And I guess that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed the wonderful nature shots on this overcast day. I'll see you all around.